Stop you demon worshippers.
When people get drunk, they tend to take their clothes off. Candy fills up all the empty spaces we have inside of our souls.
We literally spent $330 million on costumes for our dogs, our pets. Podcast number 11. Happy Halloween. We are here. We are dressed up for you guys. This is not our choice. This is because you asked for it in the comments.
Yes, I am wearing a Miller Lite costume. Yes, I can't turn my head. Yes, this is really uncomfortable. Yes, I'm doing this for you.
And for the moderators for YouTube, he's actually non-alcoholic, so we're fine.
Also, I just want to give a shout out because by the time this podcast is posted, I believe we will have reached our 100th subscriber.
We should have.
So thank you to our 100th subscriber, whoever you may be. The Porsche will be on its way. Appreciate the support.
Drop your address in the comments and we'll send it over. We have mics. Let's talk about the elephant in the room really quick.
Oh, yeah. Holy cow. What the heck?
Definitely not spent an hour trying to get these to work. And we're still on 50-50. I think it's working. I see movement, so that's positive.
Yes, I see. We do have audio that's being picked up live. It's crazy.
Yeah, and hopefully it actually transitions when I actually go edit it.
Yeah.
But we will find out. So we have mics. We're moving up. We actually do have 3. So coming soon, we're actually going to get podcast guests on the podcast. That's what we wanted to do. That's what we talked about last podcast.
Yep.
So that's super exciting.
Yeah.
And I think it's fitting. This is going to come out right before Halloween, the weekend. Everyone's doing stuff. And I think we should talk about it. Halloween, hot take. I actually don't like Halloween.
I love Halloween.
I am a scaredy cat. I don't watch any horror movies. I like happy stuff. Dressing up. This is the most I've dressed up for Halloween since I was young. Ask anybody.
I dress up every day.
Are you saying that you're fake?
No, I just dress up every day. You know?
So okay. Let me rephrase. I don't put costumes on ever. So this is the first time I'm wearing a costume in a very long time. So back when I was a firefighter or even a STNA, I would just wear my scrubs and then put like the little stethoscope on and say I'm a doctor. That's like the generic dude. I'm a doctor. It always worked well with females, I think. I've never tried it.
Now you're dressed up as a Dalmatian.
Now I am a Dalmatian on YouTube.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. You're obviously a Dalmatian, but you kind of look like a sheep.
It's a really old costume. This costume's 20 years old. It's all I had. I mean, these are not Bud Light. That's all I can say about that costume. But
no.
So I was looking into Halloween a little bit, trying to figure out where it actually started from. People don't know exactly where it came from, but what I did find was it came from like the Irish, like Celtic, like tradition with witchcraft, and that the dead were around after fall, like that end of the harvest. The dead walked around for a day, and it was just celebrated widely. Then the Catholic Church came in and said, "Whoa, stop you demon worshippers." And changed it into then they didn't change it, but then they added in the Lives of the Saints.
Yeah.
And then we have it was All Hallows Eve, and then we have All Saints Day. I didn't realize that it was that pagan, and that now it's, I guess, still pagan.
No, not necessarily. There are a lot of different stages of what Halloween was, what it was again, and what it is now. Because what it is now has almost nothing to do with what it originally was. And Halloween, the actual term Halloween comes from All Hallows Eve, which is Catholic. It's actual reference to the day before All Saints Day, All Souls Day, right? All Hallows Eve. That name comes from the Catholic Church. Because what the Catholic Church essentially did with a lot of holidays at the time was they took a normal pagan holiday or a pagan day of worship and they baptized it. They christened it. They made it Christian, right? Which is what they did to Samhain, which is what the Irish called Halloween at the time, which was, as you said, it was a day of the harvest where the earth, the physical realm of earth was closest to the spiritual realm, and that's when the spirits would come out. And after that, that's, similar to us. It's a good day for Catholics to recognize, like, hey, this is the day of the dead. This is the time of the dead. This is the time that we remember those that we need to pray for in purgatory, right? And then there's another stage of Halloween, which is the Americanization, commercialization of Halloween. For example, the jack-o'-lantern, right? The pumpkin.
Yes.
That is a very American symbol because the pumpkin never existed anywhere else but America.
Yeah.
So, that type of thing, the whole commercialization, taking kids out at night, having them knock on strangers' doors.
Well, I think I apologize. I don't know how to mute this over here. Do not disturb. I love my wife. Clip it. I think, so we got the little bit of a history lesson there, which is, I think it's kind of cool. I think more people should know about a little bit where the origins actually are.
Yeah.
What I find crazy is, the term like trick or treat, right?
Yes.
When I was as a kid, there's always that one old guy, you go, trick or treat, he goes, all right, do a trick. And you're like, what do I do? like, and it made no sense. But I guess back in the day, I think it was the 30s, these kids would start just doing pranks on people one day a year. They would taking fences, moving, and then it obviously escalated and then stopped. And now we kind of have the more commercialized, knock on the door, get candy. But dude, we should bring back tricks.
We could have to.
There's the fun.
That's where Twix candy came from.
They're for kids. No, is it tricks? Yeah, it's tricks. The rabbit tricks are for kids. But I think it's interesting that just I'm sorry. That's not what I said. Twix, the candy bar. Did I say tricks? I heard tricks.
No, there's no way.
Hey, sorry, dude, run it back. Oh, I'm just cutting it all out if I sound stupid. Editor,
stupid.
Editor, maybe.
That's why we have Ryan.
It's Ryan. Brian.
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 I'm sorry, Brian.
I forget his wife's name, but I think it's interesting. These little kids doing like the tricks to people, getting in trouble, then having to completely change it, and it just goes. So I was also reflecting. I'm gonna get deep in something right now.
Holy cow!
Rabbit hole. Let's jump in the rabbit hole. So I was at the art museum in Detroit. Okay.
The Dalmatian
in the rabbit hole. Okay. I was at the art museum in Detroit, and I was looking at the art. I'm not anybody who's very cultured. I'm just a normal dude. I didn't study anything. So when I look at art, it's very hard for me to kind of differentiate what I'm seeing, the themes and whatever. I just can't figure it out. So I was looking at this art, and the themes that I got from the art was that humans are insanely lustful. We want money, wealth, and we're greedy, right? From even the paintings that are 300 years old. And you always talk about as humans, as we evolve, we get better.
Yeah.
Looking at the pictures and then looking at what we are now, I haven't seen any better. We're still the same broken people 200, 300 years ago to where we are now. And that blows my mind. This is not the podcast to say that, but I had to just get that off my mental. We are broken.
We are broken. Yeah, 100%. But that's why we need candy. To pick back.
100% why we need candy.
Candy fills up all the empty spaces we have inside of our souls.
I think we take this time also to shout out the Irish, dude. Okay? We have Halloween because of them, which is one of the most popular holidays ever. Everyone loves Halloween. And St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. And Guinness. Yeah.
Shout out to the Irish. All of our Irish people. We really appreciate you. I might move with the mic. But that's just nuts. They have everything. What did they do wrong?
Hey, is Miller an Irish name?
I don't know. Probably.
I think Miller is an Irish name.
Let's go for it. I think it's
Miller, dude, this is literally I'm Miller Lite. And so I mean I'm basically Irish.
What's Dalmatian? Is that Irish?
No, that's from Dalmatia.
What's that, dude?
Croatia?
Shout out to Croatians.
I think that's in Croatia.
I have no idea.
Dude,
Brian, can you fact check us real quick? Yeah. Let us know. He'll let us know.
He'll put it, dude. This is so tough for me. You have no idea. I try to keep this thing up straight and not falling down.
Dude, it's hilarious.
It is
content.
Impossible.
It's great content. It's great.
I think it really shows up in my hairline.
Another thing when I was thinking about Halloween, coming to this episode, was the amazing store being Halloween Express. Is that what it's called?
Halloween? You mean Party City?
No. The Halloween, not Party City. The Halloween shop. That store that just it comes in to all these other dead stores for a couple months out of the year and then just disappears.
Oh yeah, it just sells all the Chinese products.
Yeah, all the Temu products, all the Shein, all these just cheap products, DHgate, all of them.
AliExpress flash sale.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Every year, it's awesome. What I like to do when I'm driving around in different areas, I'll see like a demanded store, and I'm like, okay, dude, it's be a Halloween Express here in a couple months, and then a couple months later, another Halloween Express. It's absolutely hilarious.
We have a Party City in the same right around our house, probably about 5 minutes away, and it's the exact same thing. This thing is closed except when it gets to Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, and Christmas.
Genius.
And like it's just open for like the month of like those holidays, and once those holidays are done, it closes. And you know, they just pick up all of their products from some sweatshop in Thailand or Vietnam or something like that. It's I saw a figure. I think 2021 Americans, just Americans in this figure, what we spent $10 billion on Halloween decorations.
You want to hear something worse?
Sure.
We spent $330 million on costumes. You can come in, buddy.
Yeah.
We can go cut some stuff out. You can say hi to the camera really quick. We're deep in it right now.
Oh, we are.
We're deep in it. We have an audience now for this podcast. This is we have Justin Kelly here. You saw him on a podcast earlier. I forget what episode it was. Episode on brotherhood. Is Christian here too?
I think it was the second one.
I think it was second or third one.
We figured out the audio issue. We literally just had to unplug the thing. There was sound.
We did.
Oh, we did that. Yeah. But
yeah, pull up a seat, man. We figured it out. We're recording. Hey, this is Judgment Free Zone, buddies. This is here. This is our first podcast with an audience.
Yeah, I just think that it's absolutely crazy that we spend $10 billion on Halloween every single year. I mean, that's the figure from 2021, and the figure has already gone up.
You don't have the figures for 2022?
No, I didn't Google that one.
Yeah,
well, when I Googled it, 2021 was just the one that came up, so that's the figure that I saw. But I assume that, you know, if things are consistent, markets are consistent, that we would have spent more just because we do consume more every single year.
100%. And I don't know how good the audio was on when I mentioned the dogs, but we literally spent $330 million on costumes for our dogs, our pets.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Insane. Imagine what we can do with that money.
$30 million?
No, 330 million.
330.
Yes.
That's $1 million per 1 million U.S. citizens.
Yeah. I'll take that money. Give it to me. We'll put it into the podcast. We'll get a new mic set up. Get Brian a pay raise. It'll be what we need.
Yeah. I think that we need to go back to the original spirit of Halloween. Because one of the bad things that I think happens with these holidays, these, you know, feast days, people forget what the original meaning of it actually was. You know, there is an actual meaning of like kids going from door to door, right? There's an actual meaning of people giving trick-or-treaters treats, right? There's an actual meaning of the family, the time that is spent with the family around. There's a reason why we dress up as, you know, monsters or deads or ghosts or skeletons and stuff like that.
Or beer bottles.
Right. But no one knows these meanings anymore because or beer bottles.
We're gonna see live.
Almost flew over my cap.
We're gonna see the reload right there. That was fantastic.
Well, there's just so many. Like, dude, I don't like. We're trying to talk about really deep subjects on Halloween, but it's so hard to take you seriously in that Dalmatian costume. Like, I have no idea. Like, you're saying stuff, but like I can't actually hear you saying it because I'm just focused on the fact that you've got spots on your chest.
Bro, I'm just watching you try to balance the top of your...
You have no idea. I can't turn my neck. Like, I can't look to my left. I can't look to my right. It's all eye movement. Right?
Hey, dude, the look.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I have Botox on my neck.
It's beautiful. One thing that I did also want to touch on with Halloween is like the kind of evolution of costumes.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I was talking to my mom about this. It was more funny, dress up as something funny or something scary.
Yeah.
Now it's an excuse for people to wear almost nothing. I don't understand where this came from and how we can get this to stop.
Well, we do it with everything. It's just the degradation of everything. It's what the internet does. I mean, you want to exploit something to the furthest point that you can possibly exploit it. And whether you like it or not, holidays are always a fantastic time for parties because it's always a good excuse to drink. So when people get drunk, they tend to take their clothes off. That's what happens at Halloween. I mean, it's the evolution, the unavoidable evolution of what happens with these things when the main people that are taking part of it are human.
Yeah. Well, what's next? We get like the Easter bunny and like a bikini.
Dude, I guarantee if you Google that, there's probably already a picture of it.
I'm not going to Google it, but I'll take your word for it.
I have Googled. Not.
Brian confirmed.
Yeah.
We won't pop it up on the screen like we did with other stuff last week. But I think it's crazy, kind of the evolution of it. I remember like watching as a kid. Halloween was so fun. It was an innocent thing. One story I want to tell really quick is, so when you're little, you just want to get the most candy you possibly can. So when you get the most, so what you do is you go and you get your pillowcase.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest vessel you have as a kid.
Oh yeah.
So my town of Marengo there was like the older pockets, but then there was like the rich, like little neighborhoods. We would drive our bikes like 2 miles to these neighborhoods. We would hit one early in the day, fill up a whole pillowcase, dump it at a buddy's house, get on our bikes, and go to another subdivision, just fill that up.
Yeah.
Then once that ended with Halloween wasn't fun anymore.
You know what's crazy? We used to do stuff like that, and there were no repercussions. I remember when I was younger, when I was around that age, we used to have competitions to see who could fill up their pillow bag. Yeah, is that the right?
Yeah, we'll go with it. Pillow bag.
Yeah, we'll just say that. Who could fill it up the most, right? And one of my friends growing up filled it up to 17 pounds.
That's a lot.
Yeah. We would go home and you'd unload it, obviously, and you know about it again. But, we were trick-or-treating for like 3.5 hours. Like, we were actual tryhards. And he filled his up to 17 pounds. And you know what? This kid probably never weighed above 80 until he turned 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just nuts. Like, I could do the same thing. Like, I filled up mine to 15 pounds. 15 pounds of just straight sugar.
It's what the body needs, dude.
Exactly, yeah. If I did that now, dude, I'd have 2 cavities within 3 minutes.
Dude, you just die. What I also think is funny is when you have, so I come from a big family. Everyone goes and gets all their candy. Trick-or-treating is done. You come home, you lay it all out, and then you start trading.
Yeah.
It's like gold.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll take the Snickers for the Twix.
Get rid of the licorice.
Oh, dude, all licorice and all the lollipops all go to the younger siblings. You take all their actual candy bars.
You try to make them think that, like, licorice is so good. You want to give me that Kit Kat for this.
Oh, this is rare. What? Oh, I really shouldn't give this to you.
This is made by the same people that make Airheads.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. And then the best thing was when your dad walked over. He'd just look over. All right. Take what he wanted and just walked away. The dad tax.
One of the things that I'm so excited about being a parent soon is just on stuff like that, like Easter, Halloween, just going over to my kids and just saying parent tax.
Yeah.
And just grabbing it.
Real quick, I don't think you even announced to the pod that you're going to be a dad.
Yeah, I'm going to be a dad. Yeah, not on Halloween, but, in the future.
In the future. That's the big announcement.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. You can't just walk out. We can't walk over it.
This is something I wanted to say before. It was going back to the point that we made about how people tend to take their clothes off now, and they tend to be a little bit more revealing with their Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons for that is because these costumes are so freaking hot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm boiling in this costume right now. I want to take off my clothes. It is so bad. It is the literal Sahara Desert in my chest right now.
I'm wearing like pure wool right now.
I know.
I had it on. I can't. So it zips up in the back. You zip me up. I can't unzip it.
You can't.
I had to go to the bathroom.
You're actually stuck like that right now.
Yeah, and so hopefully somebody will help me out. Other than that, I'm screwed.
Yeah. I don't want to be there when we open up the back. That's gonna be that's gonna be a whole other smell, dude.
Oh, I'm brewing something special here for you.
Yeah.
But another thing that America's doing that really bothers me with Halloween is the decorations come out so dang early. It's midsummer, and you have Halloween decorations at like Sam's Club.
Oh, it gets earlier every single year, dude. Costco. So we have a membership at Costco. They skipped the Halloween decorations and just went right to Christmas.
Dude, you probably missed it. They probably had Halloween the 4th of July. It's absolutely nuts. I don't know if and the thing is, I look around like people like are decorating, but not as much as you would think when you have all these decorations at all these stores. But also, when did people start decorating like Christmas decorations for Halloween?
I don't know, dude. I really want to agree with you, but I can't even like nod my head right now. It's really bad. I'm just
That works. But I don't know if you guys have realized people are decorating for Halloween just like they would for Christmas. It used to be just an exclusive for Christmas. Now Halloween, they have blow up things, they have lights, they have the little ball lights that strand on your house with bats and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like people always decorated for Halloween.
It's getting more.
Honestly, I always thought in my book, I think some neighborhoods, it depends on the neighborhood that you go to, because, you know, neighbors will decorate based on what their neighbors do, right? Like you say, like some wife will go up to her husband, she'll be like, George, like, don't you see that Melissa and Dan put that spider on their window on the 3rd floor over there? Like, you know, we should do something to match it. And he's like, okay, yeah, we'll put a skeleton on the deck. So they put a skeleton on the deck, right? But then he spent all his money on the skeleton on the deck. They can no longer afford the Santa Claus on the roof, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where like the neighborhoods will be like neighborhoods. If you don't buy Christmas decorations, you buy Halloween decorations. If you don't buy Halloween decorations, you buy Christmas decorations.
Yeah, it's like the dads having to one up each other, right?
Yeah.
So like with the Christmas decorations, one person has Christmas decorations, and they have a cool show. The next door neighbors are like, all right, I got to do better, and then it's just all right. Let's see who can waste the most electricity over a season, and that person wins. Whoever's the biggest bill wins.
Yeah,
that's how they should measure. I don't think they do. They probably get crowd appeal. No, it's how much you're spending.
Yeah,
it's all about the money.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not expensive, I don't want it.
Yeah. What do you think about curfews with trick or treating?
I think it's 100% needed. You'll have you know how kids are right now. You'll have kids going out till 12 o'clock at night knocking on your door. You live in a neighborhood now.
Yeah,
you're gonna get trick or treaters.
I know we had them before, but as a kid, the idea of a curfew with trick or treating would have been unthinkable. Like I would have just thought, like, man, like I want to go trick or treating till I'm dead. You know what I mean?
Did you not have one when you grew up?
I don't think we did. At the neighborhood that I went to, I feel like, I mean, I was also just a little kid at the time, so time didn't really have any meaning to me at the time. Time didn't have any meaning at the time. I just thought that we were trick-or-treating for hours, and we were. I cannot even imagine how long those, like, 2 hours that they probably were to my parents.
Oh, it's miserable.
Or to all the other kids' parents.
Absolutely miserable.
People that were, like, stuck inside their houses, having to give candy to kids.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Dude, also reflecting on this, remember the comment you made about DoorDash? How we're told not to go talk to strangers, not take any food from strangers?
Yeah.
But for one day out of the year, it's fine, though, too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, yeah, I don't know who you are. And that reminds me of a story. So we're on that transition from one neighborhood to another. It was on actually a pretty busy road. It was comparable to, like, 162.
Yep.
And so we're coming down this road, and there's a house with a super long driveway that it was just kind of in the middle of nowhere, and no one goes down it. We're all on our bikes. Chris goes, I'm going to go knock on their door. We're like, that's stupid. It's like literally a half a mile down. So this little kid, we just wait for him. He just drives his bike down to the house. All right? Puts his bike down, knocks on the door. Door opens. Chris walks inside the house. We all freak out. We're like, all right, dude, Chris is about to die. So we just get on our bikes and are pedaling as fast as we possibly can. We burst in the house, and it's just an old lady just giving him like a ton of candy. He's just like putting it in his bag. Guys, look. And they're actually so happy because they never get trick-or-treaters, but just don't do that. But it was actually worked out really well for us.
No, I feel that.
It was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. It's nuts. I think we're probably going to keep it a shorter podcast today. You know, we just want to do something fun, something quirky, you know, because we're quirky people. We're YouTubers. We're influencers. We influence people on the internet. You know, a lot of people, obviously.
Huge number of people.
Huge number of people.
But this is podcast 11. You're welcome for the costumes. We will never do this again.
No, we will. Next Halloween will come, and you know we'll be dressed up probably in the same thing. Honestly, it might be a yearly thing that we dress up in the same thing.
Once a year on Halloween. I'm okay with once a year on Halloween.
Should we dress up as St. Patrick on St. Patrick's Day?
That's
both of us be St. Patrick. Both of us have like a
audience is saying yes, so it looks like we might be dressing up more often.
Looking the hat.
Oh, geez, but this was fun. It's still recording. So that was scary.
Computer turned off.
But thanks for watching. Like,
Yep.
subscribe. You watch this through. Laney, here's a shout out. I know you like your shout outs. So let's wrap.
Yeah, thanks.